If you're following along, you know Jason and I are coming into our third summer here on the farm. First year we got utilities in. Last year we got our washer and dryer and the cats. We got moved last July. And this year is our third year. So our goal for this year was to start raising our own meat animals. So last week we decided to go purchase our very first meat animals. We obviously went with chickens because they're supposed to be the easiest to raise. And although we normally do things little steps at a time, with this, we kind of took a big leap. Originally we said, okay, we'll do 35, maybe 40. We got to the store. They said, if you take them all, we'll give them to you all for $1 a piece. And we said, deal. So we ended up with 50. So, I mean, once you're at 35, 40, what's 10 or 15 more, right?
One more.
What's that for?
It's hard.
Huh? Oh, the tarp.
There it is.
There it is. It'll last forever. You can do lots of birds and grow into it.
It's so easy to move. Like one-handed.
Yeah, I'll be able to do it
Pick up this bar,
all by myself.
and that puts the wheels up. And then hook that on there. And then you can either push it or pull it. And I mean, it's light enough you can do one-handed.
Wow, that's really cool.
It's not, I like it. I really like it.
How many chicks in the box?
Now that's a box of chicken.
I'm gonna be friends, Naya.
Naya's very interested. She's a good farm dog. She does good with them.
None of them are panting like they're too hot. You know, you'll see them
Yeah, they
panting
don't look
if
like they're too
hot.
cold either. So pumped. This is awesome.
And these guys are good. They're all spread out. Nobody's huddled in one end or the other. How do you feel about meat chickens?
I'm pumped. Pumped. I've been looking forward to this day for 3 years or better.
Well,
you know?
even longer. I mean, we
Yeah.
always talked about doing this, but the main reason was to raise and grow our own food. So
Yeah, to be able to have the chance to do it and actually be taking the risk of doing it is huge, I
Yeah.
think. Like,
It
I'm
feels-
pumped.
really surreal. The whole thing has, you know,
Yeah, all
being
of it.
here, doing
Yeah.
the house, first getting the laying chickens, and we're coming into our third year, which seems unreal in itself because it still feels new and like the beginning.
Well, it is. It is. Each and every year we should be a little bit more prosperous than what we were the year before.
Right.
It isn't going to be like that every year. We're going to have bad years.
Yeah.
We're going to.
You always want to grow a little bit. And we do each day. It's a little step,
Yep.
but you don't see it until you look back over the year or 2 years about how far
Start
you've
walking
actually
around,
come.
looking around, being
Yeah.
like, wow, like, look at everything that's been accomplished.
Yeah.
It's very rewarding.
Yes.
You need to understand that this stuff doesn't just happen overnight. Like, it takes a long period of time, and it takes a ton of work. So much work, so much manual, like, grunt work.
Yeah.
But days like today, when you're bringing new life onto the farm, and it makes all of it worth it. It makes
Yes.
every bit of it worth it.
Yeah, it does. We're going to be putting at least a year's worth of chicken, not only in our freezer, but
The whole
in
family.
Our whole family.
The whole
yeah.
family.
Well, hopefully. It's awesome to be able to do that.
Yes.
It's good, it's healthy, it's not full of hormones or
Yes.
preservatives.
You know it's all
GMOs.
organic.
You know how they were raised and what they ate and how they lived.
They're not in one of these poultry shops where 1,000 chickens crammed into a 2,500 square foot barn.
Yeah. Living in filth.
Yes.
Say they all seem to be healthy, but I'm gonna be really surprised if we don't end up with some kind of sick or something. Hopefully it all goes well and we don't lose any, but I'll be really surprised if something doesn't happen. Yeah. We decided to put fencing in the side of the big ones since they're a little older and don't need as much heat. These guys tuckered themselves out. Look how big these little stinkers are getting. Trying to fly around. We're gonna have to figure out a bigger pen situation for them because this is not gonna work very much longer. They're getting a little too big. So we're nearing the end of the first week. They grow very quickly, and this little thing, it was good to keep them in like for the first week or two, but they grow out of it quickly. We need to expand the room. So these guys are coming to the end of their first week, so they'll be a week old in a day or two. These guys are a week older, so they're ending their second week, and we're gonna move these guys into a larger area. I think they'll be okay in here altogether for now, but we'll probably end up splitting these guys into the 2 separate tanks. So because these guys are being moved, they need a bigger area. Jason and I took the time this morning to make them a little area over here in the entryway. So this is going to be their new area. We got them in here. They're doing really good. Add another heat lamp. They really like that. Doing good though. It's time for bed, little ones. Get your last bite in because I'm taking your feed.
The little one's warm. That's easy.
Yeah.
It's really these guys in here now.
I think they'll be all right under the heat, huddled together. Good night. A room full of chickens. So last week we figured out a good brooding situation. How much food and water they go through, how often we're gonna need to change the bedding now. So these guys are starting their second week this week, and we've got 13 in this pen and 12 in this one who are starting their second week. And then these guys in here, we've got 24 in here, and these guys are starting their third week. I mean, some may think we're crazy because this is the first time we've ever done this, but again, we're not scared of the challenges. We know what we can take on and what we can't. We're very confident in, you know, the choices and decisions we make. And I know the bigger the leap or the bigger the risk, you know, the bigger what could be a failure, the bigger the mistakes. But we felt pretty good about it. I mean, the more you have, rather than just being able to understand and get the hang of it, we're gonna have a pretty good idea of what we're doing by the end of all of this. And there's gonna be lessons the whole way through. You could make a mistake, but it's okay because it's all part of the process and learning and being more knowledgeable. One day at a time, you know, just get through the day. Look how clean and organized it is. I've got everything I need right over here. Jason even ran a water line for me so I could fill the waters conveniently. I know he'll be out of town all week next week for a job, so I think he's just trying to get me prepared and organized the best that I can be for when he's gone and I'm here to fend for myself. I'm not sure how long they're going to be in here. I'm going to guess that we're probably going to leave them in here for 4 weeks because of the weather. I know this week is going to be cold, but next week it's supposed to warm up. But whether it's next week or the following week, I don't know. Have to see how the weather is, and we'll have to see if they have their feathers. Cannot believe how big these guys are getting. Should be fully feathered by the end of next week, is my guess, which will be 4 weeks. Good morning. You hungry? You hungry? You hungry? Anybody hungry, huh? I get this mixed up and get them some food. Full bowls of food and fresh water. Happy babies. They're getting big. These guys might have to move to that other side here soon. Now I go to work. My work day is finally over. It's 6 o'clock. I do need to get these bigger ones cleaned out here. I cannot believe how quick these guys are growing. They're so big. I am so ready for spring and for this weather to break. I'm so sick and tired of this cold weather, you guys. I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for the warm weather, and I'm ready to get these chicks out of the house. So today we had a high of 35, and I'm hoping next week is the start of our spring weather. It's supposed to be in the mid-50s next week, and I'm just hoping and praying that it's gonna stay like that and continuously get warmer rather than backtrack like it has been. It's been snowing all week. Today is the first day it hasn't snowed this week, and we're in the end of March. Like, come on now. I'm actually really surprised how well they're all doing. I mean, having 50 birds. Jason and I always plan, like, we might lose some, you know? You gotta be prepared for that. It's not always gonna go well, but we've had such good luck. Surprisingly, so I'm not gonna complain. With these meat birds, they're Cornish cross, by the way. We're feeding, right now we've got them on a medicated chick feed for the first 3 to 4 weeks till we run out, basically. We're mixing with the Chick House Reserve, and that is 18% protein. The first week we left food available 24/7. Starting their second week we do 12 on 12 off, so I'll put it out at 8 a.m. and then I take it at 8 p.m. I get it back at 8 a.m. and we're gonna do that up until 4 weeks, and then we're gonna switch them to 22% meat bird feed to finish them off. Just like anything else, doing something new, you gotta learn through trial and error. You know, you'll never learn anything or grow or go anywhere if you don't try something new or do things differently. A lot of the things we do are little small steps, but every once in a while you take a big leap. Just pulled their food for the night and got them refilled on feed for tomorrow. I think I need to raise these lights up a little bit. Okay, so now for the unfortunate news. We did lose one of them. That was our first casualty, our first loss. Hope for the best and plan for the worst. Oh, on top of that, our sick chicken and losing a little baby one today. Another thing that's happened today is Jason called me and told me that he pulled his back out. It is what it is. I'm gonna go clean the breeders. I'm gonna get them cleaned out every 3 days, so the next time will be Saturday. Hopefully these guys will be moving outside, and that'll be the last time I clean out these 2 brooders Saturday, because they'll be moving over here. Nice clean brooder. They just freak out. These guys are psycho. And if they have a stroke, it's their own fault. You're a big one, huh? Alright, 2 more. Yeah, you're the little tiny one. There you go, all clean. Just give me 3 more days and we'll get you moved, okay? How's everybody in here doing? Good? Calm down, it's okay. Big kids are ready, huh? The big kids ready? Yeah, you need to clean your water too, huh? Everybody's good this morning, and it's to the office for me. Naya. She's just trying to play. I made it through the week. Jason's out of town working this week, so I was on my own. Overall, the week wasn't bad, really. It was just Wednesday. From the time I woke up and then everything just went down the toilet from there. So, other than that, it hasn't been bad. One thing going on, our hen, she was sick. Considering it's the same red-headed hen, she must be prone to this or something. It's the same symptoms, and now I'm seeing it as GLEAT. What are the chances of things going wrong the first time Jason goes out of town for a week, and the first time in how many months? So, of course, I'm handling them, and it's fine. It's just the timing of it. Treated her for that, you know, cream on her bum, had my finger up her butt, so I'm sorry you missed that. Wednesday just went down the hill. First, I wake up, first thing, I find we lost a chick. Okay. I mean, things happen. It's unfortunate. That was the first thing with the chick. And then the hen. I realized the hen was starting to not be herself again, so there was the second thing. And after that, Jason called me and told me he pulled his back out. So that was the third thing. And I went to take the truck in town, but the freaking e-brake on the thing is stuck and I can't get it unstuck, so I'm just gonna have to wait for Jason. Really, it was just Wednesday. And hopefully tomorrow, Jason's home at a decent time, so we can get our bigger chicks moved out to the pasture. You gotta get out the way. I'm gonna step on you. Come on. It's kind of a hard decision on when to move these guys because you never know what the weather's gonna be, and you plan for something, it doesn't work out, and you don't want to wait too long, but it's like the weather needs to act like Goldilocks before you can put them out. It's just a night, so they can wait one more day and we'll get them out tomorrow.